Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome. As you guys know, especially if you've been a long-time viewer and fan of mine, once a year, I take time to reflect on the best, the absolute pinnacle, the amazing things that are just paragons of whatever they are. Now, we've been doing this for several years, and over the past several years, we have checked out quite the gamut of content. We've looked at the best sports game of all time. We've actually checked out the best survival horror game of all time. We actually looked at some of the best music games made in history. Okay? Last year, we did something a little bit different. Okay? Last year, we actually went ahead and we definitively proved last year that I am the best gamer on the planet. Last year, I played 3 video games at the same time. I won while I was doing it. And since then, as you guys know, I have become the epitome. I have become the quintessential gamer. Many millions and millions of fans all around the world watch my content and have made me a multi-billionaire. I've been signed and actually purchased by Facebook. And from now on, all my gaming will be done with an Oculus Rift, which is pretty neat. But we're not going to be doing that today since there's no way to actually broadcast the Oculus Rift right now because it is too much of an advance in technology. However, after last year's holiday special, many people have come to me and they said, Phil, how is it that you do what you do? Like, we don't understand. Like, we're gamers, but we're not that good. We can't excel at every game that we play like you do. Like, what is your secret? What is it that over the years that you've done to make yourself such the quintessential gamer? How did this come to be? And for many, many years, I have kept this a complete secret. I said, you know what? I'm going to be selfish. I don't want other people doing what I've done, okay, in order to become the level of what I've become. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want other people. That's competition. I wouldn't want anyone else to become as good of a gamer as I am because then maybe they could compete with me. And I would not be the only person on the internet putting out gameplay videos like I am right now. So I hid everything. I hid it. I refused to talk about it. People would interview me. People would, how does he do it? What is it? I would just completely blow them off, and I would not give any kind of answer. Today, for the very first time, I'm going to be showing you how to be the best. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the wrong thing. Son of a bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't see. Hold on. God damn it. There it is. How to be the best. Oops. But anyway, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, how to be the best. Today I will show you through 3 separate intensive training courses how to be the best at life. That's right. Not only at gaming, but at life. How can you be the best person that you could possibly be? I'm going to show you. I will be your guru, per se, and show you how you can excel in gaming, in life. I'm going to show you some of the most important techniques and things that you need to practice in order to be as good as me. Let's put it that way, okay? Now, first of all, when you think about Darkside Phil, and you think about all the years that I put out content for YouTube, and now, of course, for a year I've been live streaming on Twitch, you probably think, gee, what is the one thing that Phil excels at the most? What is it? The one thing, when you think Darkside Phil content, do you think fighting games? Do you think racing games? Do you think first-person shooters? Well, of course you do, because I am the best player in all those things. Everyone knows that. But really, the core focus of most of my content and the games that are tried and true I come back to time and time again to prove that I am the world's greatest gamer, that I'm a perfectionist, that whenever I play a game for the very first time, that I do it with no difficulties whatsoever, and I do perfectionist playthroughs. Let's face it, there's one genre of game, there's one style which I excel at more than anyone else. Everyone knows it. Everyone at this point has pretty much given up on trying to do any kind of content of these games because they realize they're never going to live up to the level of quality that I have provided over the years. You know, that's fair enough. When you know that you can't be better than the best, you just give up. I mean, that's the best philosophy to have in life, is that if you can't actually live up to the person who's the best at something, you should just quit. Everyone knows that. So, you know, far be it for me to criticize all the other gamers on the planet who've completely just given up on this kind of content. And, you know, obviously that's what my claim to fame is, that I'm the only person who makes this kind of content. But, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the game style that I am the best at, by far, the quintessential #1 thing you think of when you think of Dark Side Phil, you think of stealth. Whether it's being an undercover military operative who has to not be detected and hide in cardboard boxes, whether it's you're a thief who has to stay within the cover of shadows and that needs to steal as much as he can without being noticed, or whether you're playing one of those action hybrid games that kind of, you know, you can do whatever you want. Let's face it, I'm the best. Everyone knows this. Right off the bat, doesn't even matter what game it is. It doesn't matter. I'm the best at stealth. And so, there's actually been times when I've done things, you know, sneaking around, people don't even realize. It's not just in games, it's actually in real life. I'm also the best at stealth. You know, how do you think I got my car? You don't think I paid for that thing, do you? So, what I'm going to be doing for today's holiday special, for the first segment, is to show you how to be the best at stealth. And the best way to do this, okay, would be to show you the method by which I used to become as good at stealth as I am today. It is actually a training course simulator which was released under the premise of a marketing tool. It was a clever ploy back around 2006. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to endeavor how to be the best at stealth. That's right. Let's do this. This face cam is way too big. Alright, here we go. So this is really one of the most clever parts, is that at the beginning of this game, they disguise it. They make you think that you're not playing a training simulator. They make you think that you're maybe watching some kind of a whimsical marketing ploy. And this man right here, you may say to yourself, well, he's kind of conspicuous, right? He's standing up, and he's, you know, you can see him clearly. I mean, he's in this ridiculous outfit. And who wouldn't notice? He sticks out like a sore thumb. But what you don't realize is that he's just hiding his identity, his actual true identity, by wearing this big comical mask. Do you know the identity of the person under that mask? No, no one does. So it's a genius move, right? So as you're going to see here, what this training simulator aimed to do was to show you how to stealthily perform actions. Oh, Jesus. To stealthily perform actions without being detected and to impose your will on others. A lot of people think, oh, well, if I don't get detected, if I'm just doing stealth, it's because you just want to go from point A to point B. Not so. You can actually use stealth to, there you go, to promote something. And so, today I'm going to show you how I got all of my stealth capabilities. Here we are. I already pressed start. I've actually never gone into the help and options, so let's see something here. How to play. Now, obviously, I don't need to read this because I've done this training simulator before, but this is for those of you who may be following in my footsteps and you actually want to see how to play the game. That's why I'm showing this to you, for your benefit. So as you can see, there's a run button, hide and unhide or action, surprise, flourish, or accept. Move the cameras. Click to go to first person mode. Okay. Use the left thumbstick to make the king sneak around. Move the camera with right thumbstick. If the controller settings have been switched, yeah. In a challenge, hold the right trigger to run. Running is noisier than sneaking, so you don't do it when you don't want to be heard. The audio gauge shows how much noise the king is making, and if he's in danger of being heard, if the gauge fills up, people will hear you. When you find a hungry person, sneak up to them and hit the A button to surprise them with some food. There you go. After surprising someone, hit the A button again to stop the flourish gauge. When it's near the top, better flourishes score more points. Excellent. There are hiding places everywhere. Hit the Y button to hide inside. There you go. The blue areas indicate what a person can see. If they spot you, you'll lose your chain count. Even worse, if a hungry person sees you, they won't want you to deliver them food anymore. Uh-oh. Each time you deliver food, your chain count will go up. This multiplies any score that you earn. Okay. There are markers that are starting points for challenges. Each challenge is different. When you unlock another area, you can travel to it using one of these gates. There you go. And hit the Y button to interact with objects during levels. Okay. Very good. Let's play this sucker. New game. Now, I did actually master this game. I actually had everything unlocked, but unfortunately, my hard drive crashed several years ago. I lost all that data, and now that's why I have to start a new profile. Just full disclosure. Alright, so I say let's get started with the training simulator.